So the first thing we want to do is introductory remarks. Just stage setting, so you know where I'm coming from and what's on my front burner. 1985, I went back and confirmed it on the internet. From October 13 to November 3rd, I delivered 7 messages at Bethlehem on Romans 8, 28 to 30. We know that all things work together for good for those who love God and are called according to His purpose. For those whom He foreknew, He predestined to be conformed to the image of His Son, that He might be the firstborn among many brethren. And those whom He predestined, He also called. And those whom He called, He also justified. And those whom He justified, He also glorified. 7 messages on those verses. Up until that point in the life of our church, I'd been here for 5 years, we had not made any issue at all about so-called Calvinism. We hadn't made any issue at all of this controversial thing. I had just tried to be faithful to biblical texts, because I think that's what wins the confidence of God's people. They don't want to hear system mainly. They want to hear Bible mainly, which is what they ought to mainly hear. And so I tried to just win their trust to say, I'm a Bible man. I'm not a system man mainly. But after 5 years, it seemed like the time was right to talk about those verses. And they present to you one of the reasons why this issue of the sovereignty of God in salvation, or TULIP, which we'll talk about shortly, or Calvinism, however you want to describe it, one of the reasons for it is because these realities are, in Romans 8, the foundation of the most precious promise in the world, namely, that everything works together for our good. So did you see the connection? I'll put it up here for you. We know that for those who love God, all things work together for good, for those who are called according to His purpose. So most people find that to be one of the most precious promises in the Bible. All things work together for good for those who are called according to His purpose. But not many people contemplate this word right here. The foundation for that promise is for those whom He foreknew, He predestined. And those whom He predestined, He called. And those